Okay.
We want to bring to your attention another thing that you started talking about your own true nature. Your own
Yes.
true nature within you, your inner self, your inner being, your inner body, you can even call it, that intangible part of you, that really soul part of you, that divine part of you,
Yes.
is at all times evolving too. There is no true nature that goes and it stays forever the same. You do not have the true nature that you're reconnecting with as something that does not keep evolving. We want to just make that clarity for you. That you consistently keep evolving. And while you have sensed the essence of that, that essence that you're sensing, you've sensed only part of that. In other words, you're so much more fuller in your experience
Yes.
from within right now that you have just caught the memory of the essence of it before. That is not your true nature that you recognize and you have not seen for some time. That is the part of your true nature that became part of the mix and continues to be part of the mix, like
Yes.
everything you will continue to experience for all eternity.
That feels so good because I have other essences that I have expanded on over these past, whatever, 10 years, 20 years. So it's more like I can access any of those at any time.
Because you are all of them. You are all of them at all times. You're never just one identity. Not even in your physicality. We say you're not your mind, you're not your body, you're not your emotions, you're not your thoughts, you're not reflection even of anyone else. You're this life force. But this life force is ever changing, ever growing, ever steady in a brilliance of everything that you're experiencing. So it continually expands and keeps reconfiguring with every question that you and every other physically focused mechanism keep bringing up, and therefore you, from that part that is within you, always having access to all of it.
All of it. And it's going to continue to add and mix, and
that's why it's not really
Yeah.
fair to you, for your physical and non-physical counterpart, to say what is your true nature as a set parameter, because there's really no set parameter at all. Everything is constantly in the movement. That part within you, because for as much as you have access to everything that exists, that part within you that you're experiencing within this physical iteration continues being more and more and more satisfying, and more, keeps dancing, keeps moving, keeps evolving, keeps growing, keeps being reconfigured at all times. So it is you being aware of everything that exists, and based off of that, how much more you are aware. And we can even say, as we spoke to a friend before, that the speed that you add up to that experience comes with how much of everything that exists you're ready to experience from the place of your own life force flowing through you. In other words, that which often is called the cord to the source, or cord to the everything that exists, or cord to the God. All of those experiences continue moving, and you're getting from that, because you have access to it at all times, everything that you are ready to receive at that moment, which really comes between your own balance of question answer in physicality.
Yes. And it's funny, I don't know why this feels connected, but it does. During this journey that we experienced, one of the things that I ended up feeling was, we were listening to Paul Selig for a short time, and at one point they were talking about Christ consciousness and how, taking out religion and all that, but because that is not that. But anyway, they were talking about this energy, this that Jesus and other beings on the same frequency as Jesus, like Abraham or whatever, and possibly Weola, I have no idea, but that there was this kind of beginning place, or not beginning place, but this decision, or shoot, I'm not sure exactly how to put it. Either way, how I saw it was, in my mind, was this seed almost that had been created from Jesus and other beings, that was like a seed of energy that was there. I mean, when I say seed, this is gigantic, but I'm just saying there was this seed of energy, this vibration that is almost like left here for us at all time as like a beacon for us to tune to at any time, as almost like a time capsule. That's kind of what it felt like a time capsule that is throughout time for us to be able to connect with at any moment. And I was just curious what your take was on that. If that's it felt so strong that it was almost like this homing beacon that we could connect with at any time, as like a timeless message of like, we are all one. Oh my God, that's so funny. That just came right out of me. Yeah, anyway. So is there this message that is almost like being sent out at all times that is being left for us so that we can always tune into it at all times from this other? Do you know what I'm saying? Is that making sense what I'm saying?
Everything is making sense at all times, and we want to bring to your attention even that part of religion that you mentioned, that is not that it is, because all of it is either bringing the questions to be there for the answers to come through. Not everything that you give attention to as a topic is there for you to get to the place of ease and steady and divine. It is there for you to make the balance between all of it. And as you're talking about these experiences, as you're talking about this place of steadiness, what we're talking about is the source of creation. You've tapped in that moment so you can see that there is this steadiness at the plate, that there is this really consistency of steadiness and bliss and ecstasy at all times for you there.